Guys, thank you so much for joining me in another video. So as you can tell based on the title, well, today we are going through what's new at Celine. Now I recently did a video where I was talking about the Rose latest fall 2024 collection, so I thought, you know what, let's take a look at Celine, see what they've got. Now we are seeing the release of the Celine's Arc de Triomphe fall 2024 collection. I did a thorough review of this collection when it came out. Now we are seeing it trickle in real time. We're also going to eventually see the beauty line, which will be coming in August. Very curious about that. But in our typical form here, I thought we would take a look at the handbags, what's new at Celine, bags that I haven't really talked about that are recent releases, as well as I'll go through my top 5 favorites and 5 other non-handbag items that I also really like as well. So let's just get into it. So the first new bag I want to talk about, I haven't actually talked about on this channel, and it's because the initial size it came in, it just didn't really speak to me, and I think it's just like a me thing. We originally saw the Nino, the medium size, come out. Just in the bigger size, it looks a little bit too formal for me, but there's something about this teen size that I think is just a game changer with this bag. There's something a little bit more compact, the proportions in this top handle style, I think it's really cute. And we've seen the Triomphe come in other sort of style iterations, but I do think that this Nino bag in this teen size has been the best version that I've seen of this style. Now it does come in a grain, it comes in a few patent styles, which we will see quite a lot. I'm not opposed to patent, but I'm just not careful enough for patent, to be honest. There's a white patent. Again, if you can handle white, it's not for the faint of heart. If you're somebody that loves a pristine bag and you're someone that is able to baby a handbag, then by all means go for the white. I'm just too much of a messy person, and I've come to realize, you know why? It's because when I go out, I'm probably gonna eat, I'm probably gonna go for a drink or get coffee or something. I'm just always, if I'm out, I wanna get something to eat. So I'm probably gonna get that bag messed up. Even if you're the neatest person ever, who knows about the other people in your environment and who you're going with. Anyways, I can't do the white on this for me personally. So the next bag I want to talk about is the Garance bag. Garance, I don't know how to say this. This is very much like the Triomphe classic style that we've seen. It's more of like a pure shoulder strap bag. Other style you could get away with it as a crossbody bag, but the placement of the strap is higher up on the bag. Placements on the flap of the bag. If you like an exclusively shoulder bag, then the proportions of this is gonna work better. It's just what your preference is. Are you more of a crossbody person? Then go with the classic style. If you've always wanted that to be a shoulder bag that kind of sits at like your waistline, and again, you know, everyone's waistline's differently, something you obviously want to try on, but I think this being more of a shoulder style, if you have that preference, it's nice that this is an option. I really love this brown. It's like this very dark brown. It almost looks like a Merlot. Like there's something about the way the patent gives it kind of this liquid effect. Again, I don't even have a patent bag in my collection. I've never really felt the urge to buy a patent bag. They're just a little bit more delicate with things like color transfer. But for those people that can tolerate that, go for it. But I do like this black and white iteration, and we haven't seen the Triomphe in this bi-color style before. It's usually all one color or like a pattern or leather trim around the end, so I think this is kind of interesting. But yes, that's the Garance bag. So next we have the Terence style. So you're probably like, haven't we already seen this bag before? It's very similar to the Claude shoulder bag. It is gotta be one of my most worn bags. Now the sides are a little bit different. It's really just a minor tweak. The straps are a little bit thicker. Now one bag I really want to try on in person. This is a bag that I've been humming and hawing about in another size, and I'm talking about the Heloise, but we now have it in the small version. It's very similar to the Ava in that it's like sort of this hobo crescent style. What I like about it is there is more strap adjustability, and I had always wished that the Ava in the canvas style, because I have the cream canvas style, there is a little bit of adjustability, but it's not that much. But this has more adjustability. So if you are somebody where you like a longer drop, again, the small style, I am really tempted by it. And I have always thought, oh, I would really love to get an Ava in that darker canvas. My winter wardrobe, the coat situation, that extra adjustability to me is such a game changer. Next, we have another bag that I feel I've been seeing more so on social media, and it's the Tilly bag. This is a recent release. It came released during the Bibliothèque collection. It's really cute. I've seen Kaya Gerber wear this bag and she looks great. I think this is a really cute bag. Another recent release is this Heloise bag. Now, Celine has had several bucket bag iterations of different styles. I don't know what it is. Bucket bags have never really excited me. I know there's some people that love them, the Louis Vuitton bucket styles. They've never really called my name personally. It's nice that they have that for people that love those sort of bucket bag styles. And of course, there are going to be new different patterns and colors released in existing styles like the Triomphe, the 16, the Ava, more like classic range, but these are sort of newer styles that we've seen pop up this year in 2024 or are about to be released. So in terms of my favorite bags, I really love the small Heloise. Like, this is something that I want to try on in store. Something about that strap that is just very appealing to me, and I think adjustability is really important for me. Just the strap drop, it's just more generous, and I really like this style. Another bag I actually really like and I want to try this on in store, it's the Teen Nino Supple. So this is the grain leather. Again, I do like the patent, I do, but I feel I'm more of a grain leather person, so I want to see this in person. I want to see the proportions, how it looks on me, but I really do like it. If you want to go for just like a good cross-body top handle bag, there's something about the miniature version that I think it's just cuter. I also really like the Garance bag. For me, I want to wait on the colors. I do like the brown. I actually think the brown is absolutely gorgeous. The patent for me, I'm not 100% sure that is my style, but I will say I'm really liking that black and white color. Now, another style that I don't think I've ever really emphasized that much on this channel, but looking at this Nino style, it really actually reminds me of the Bassace, I don't know how to say this, the mini Bassace bag with just that top handle. The thing about the Nino is it's sort of like, it's not too boxy, it's kind of like rounded at the sides, but if you like even more of that rounded look, we're seeing this mini Bassace. I'm probably saying that incorrectly and I do apologize, but again, we're seeing this in this patent style, which is really much the theme. This whole theme of the recent drop was very 1960s. I think this is also a really cute style. Now, one thing about this size is I don't know if it will fit a lot of standard phones. And then my final pick is we're getting new styles and new colors. If you really happen to like this collection, I again say this with a lot of hesitancy because in my view, white is very difficult for a lot of people, but there is something about this 16 in the white cotton color I just think looks so pretty with the gold. Again, super gorgeous, but you got to be mindful of this being a white bag. Now, in terms of my top 5 non-handbag picks, just things that I really like in general, I saw footage online of this mini dress, very 60s. There is this silver embroidery throughout the dress and it just looks so pretty. I have nowhere to go with a dress like this, but I also think this is just such a great cute little party dress, or just if you want just to have a cute little 60s sort of vibe. And I think this is a very different era that we haven't really seen, or at least at Celine to this extent. It's really going into the 60s decade, and then the men's side was very Beatles, John Lennon, 1960s kind of vibes. I actually talked about this sort of trend in fashion earlier this year, and this whole collection in general, we saw a lot of really great sets, like ready-to-wear sets, and I think we're gonna see more. There's this one denim one I think is really cute. Some of these sets, like the patent ones, kind of make me think of the brand Courage, which makes sense. For this collection, I feel like the biggest point of reference for Eddie here was Audrey Hepburn kind of era, 1960s. The photography of Richard Avedon, who is also a huge inspiration for Eddie, even like in his own work, his own photography. It's really nice to see him reference the 60s in this very elegant way. At the same time, his touch is always going to be there. You just know when he does a collection. In terms of shoes, we saw a lot of really cute block Mary Jane shoes that look very much like kids shoes, which is very true to the history of Celine as a brand. Like, the brand started out as like a kids shoe brand. I thought a lot of the shoes look like kids shoes in a way. So if you like that, there is that. But there's something about these sandals that I just thought were so pretty. Something about these and like the white, I don't know, like I just thought these with like the little triomphe just ever so slightly there. I think these are really quite cute. Lots of white in this collection. Another thing I wanted to highlight, so I saw these sunglasses. I saw this total look on Lucy Boynton. Here she's wearing this total Celine look. But I really like these sunglasses. Now I have these in the black, but I've been kind of thinking, what if I got these in the ivory color? To me, they obviously reference Audrey Hepburn. So there's also kind of like this feeling of Kurt Cobain in the 90s. Lucy Boynton here almost looks like kind of like 90s Courtney Love or something like that. Pink hair, but then the cute little baby doll dress and then the cute shoes. That 60s Audrey Hepburn but meets Kurt Cobain somehow is the intersection of what I think a lot of Eddie Slimane does. And then I was just looking at the accessories. I saw this belt, and this is the medium reversible frame Triumph belt. I feel like that's definitely one of Celine's best sellers for sure. But what I like about this is it's reversible, so you got a 2-in-1, $100 more than the regular Triumph. If you wanted to get a piece of Celine, but you didn't want to buy like a Triumph bag, definitely something to consider. The final item I want to talk about is one I have been absolutely loving. I recently picked this up. This was my latest purchase, and I'm talking about Celine Zouzou. So this came out last month, and oh my gosh, I love this fragrance. I did not think, like I tried it on a store and I was like, oh wow, this is really pretty, it's nice. It's very much a dessert sort of fragrance. And I was just watching the perfume guy. He did a review on this and he did like a whole ranking of the Celine fragrances. I'll link his video. But I totally agree with a lot of things that he said about this. And he said he was someone that really likes Dom Perignon and black tie, and I definitely can see a lot of that DNA in this. But this, I think, is even more of a daytime fragrance, and it's just a little bit lighter. I just love this. Just to finish off this video talking about Rumours, I know some people don't like when I talk about this. If you don't like me talking about this topic, you can leave. Here's your warning. But I did hear from somebody at Celine. Yes, there were conversations about his contract negotiations, what's going on with there. We have not received any sort of official word from Celine, LVMH, Eddie Slimane himself. We haven't heard anything official, but I've heard that while he may be leaving, we still have a year's worth of Eddie's collections to experience. I imagine LVMH, I don't know if they want to go through like such a drastic change so quickly. Maybe they will do something very gradual, considering the fact that a lot of the stores kind of have his aesthetic. If you follow Celine Instagram, it's like, oh, they just built this new store and that new store, and they have all of these K-pop celebrities at these store opening events. I get the sense that unlike when Eddie took over the Phoebe Philo era, a complete 180 of the brand, we still have a year's worth of Eddie's collections, and I think they're gonna want to keep a lot of what he's already started at the brand. I could be wrong, but this is just what I'm sensing. They're gonna want to hold on to this kind of image that Celine has. We still have a year's worth of collections that we are going to see from him. I just can't imagine LVMH investing huge amounts of renovating these very expensive stores. They just opened up several new stores. I just can't imagine them wanting to switch over the image of the brand the way it was switched when Eddie took over. Whoever is coming in next, I do think it is obviously going to change, but I think they're going to try to still keep a lot of what he has done. Probably very similar to what happened when he left YSL, right? You still go into a YSL store, and to me, you can still feel Eddie Slimane there. I actually really love what Vaccarello has done with the brand, and I think he's come out with hot, amazing bags and product, but you go into the store and you still feel the Eddie Slimane influence, and I think it's going to be similar to Celine. I can't imagine they're going to do a 180. Who knows? I could be wrong, but what I have heard is we still have a year's worth of Eddie's work yet to experience. That's the rumor I've heard. So yeah, there's that. And another update I want to tell you guys, and by the way, what I'm saying in this video is just hearsay. These are rumors, you know, alleged rumors, etc. I am not an official source of the brand. I have no affiliation with Celine. So really, truly, just gotta say this because, yeah, I have no official connection with the brand, and I'm just telling you what I am hearing. These are rumors. They are not official word from the brand. So yeah, I just have to say that. They're just alleged things I have been hearing about the brand. But the story on black tie is this. Apparently a customer was allergic to black tie and they sued Celine. I don't know, this is alleged, okay? This is alleged, etc. Apparently, customer sued Celine because of the formula, and so they had to reformulate black tie, which is why it was recalled. Apparently, it is now back in stock. I am very curious if anyone can get their hands or just take a smell. If it varies from the original black tie, it is not available in Canada yet, or it says get notified at this moment, but in the US, it is now in stock. So there's that. Anyways, that is my video. Thank you so much for joining me in another one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.